Hi beautiful people, how are you all doing? So today I decided to make this popular Efang soup. These are all the proteins I'll be using. As you can see, I already added my salt. I'm adding thyme to it. I want to season the proteins very well so it gives me a lovely taste. So I'm adding my pepper mixture here. This is just a mixture of tatashi, habanero pepper and bell pepper. So I'm adding onion. Onion is very optional. Some people don't like to cook their afang soup with onion, but I prefer to boil my meat with onion. I just love the taste. Okay, I'm adding seasoning cubes. You can skip the onion part if you don't like it. This is just how I want it. So this is water from the pepper because I actually blended it and sieved the water out. So I added the water from the pepper mixture. I stir this together and I'm going to cover this and let it boil. Okay, so now I'm adding my stockfish. This is stockfish head. I'm going to add this here and let it also boil together with the meat so it gets very soft. What is stockfish if it's not soft? You need to cook your stockfish and make sure it's very soft. So even the bone you're able to eat it. So this is my water leaf. I'm cutting this very, very tiny. Okay, you want to cut it very, very tiny, very small. Okay, so the soup is very smooth, but it's actually optional. You can just cut it the way you feel like. If you want the vegetable to be big, anyhow you want to cut it is okay. So this is the okazi. It's called afang in Akwa Ibom, right? But this is okazi. We'll call it okazi in Igbo language. So I'm going to blend this because I stay in abroad and I don't have mortar to pound it. So I just used my food processor to blend that. So now back to the protein. I added stockfish to it. So now I'm adding my red oil because the meat is ready. It's very, very ready now. So after adding my red oil, I proceeded to add in my water leaf. This is water leaf. I removed some of the meat stock, okay, because this water leaf usually produce a lot of water from it. When you just leave it to boil, it's going to produce water. So you have to be very careful with the quantity of water you're leaving in your mixed stock. You can actually just take out the whole water and add it later if it is needed. Do you see now that I'm stirring this? There is no water in it. Just watch me cover it. And so I covered this for some minutes and it produced a lot of water. So this is crayfish and pepper. I just blend that together. I'll be adding it later on. So I noticed it's not spicy, so I added more of the pepper mix. See, this is why I told you have to be careful with the meat stock. I didn't add any water to this again. You see, all this water is from the water leaf. That is just water leaf for you. Some people actually they like squeeze it and try to take out the water, but I don't like that. So this is it. I added my smoked fish. If you live in abroad, you can't get smoked. You can actually just use your air fryer and do this at the comfort of your home. Just use air fryer. So now I'm adding the crayfish I blended with the pepper. Okay, I just love the aroma, the flavor it gives when you blend that particular pepper with crayfish together. I just love it. So I added everything. I stirred them together. The soup is getting ready. Okay, so I left some of the meat stock actually because we don't like dry soup in my house. So that's why I left some of the meat stock. In case you're wondering, the soup is too wet or is watery. No, it's not watery. This is just the consistency we love in my house. We don't like dry soup, okay? My husband doesn't like in a situation whereby he's eating, there is no single water in the soup. So that's why I made it to be wet like this. Okay, so you can just adjust to whatever texture you want. If you want it very, very dry, don't add any single meat stock at all. So I added my okazi, I stirred it and left it for some minutes. Now I'm adding my periwinkle. What is Efang soup without periwinkle? Oh my god, I believe this is the heart of the soup, right? When you're eating it, you're able to get those small chuku inside the soup. So I added extra red oil. This is very important when you're cooking Efang soup. Make sure you add red oil after you've added your okazi. This red oil, there is this fresh taste that will actually come out from it. So I adjusted the flavor. I added more of crayfish to it. You see, when you're cooking Efang soup, you need red oil, you need crayfish. You see, these two things, they are very important when you are cooking Efang soup. So I stirred everything together. As you can see, my soup is getting ready. Oh my god, his fat is ready. The soup is ready. Look at how it's looking. I just love the consistency of the water, the texture, everything. See, oh my god. This is exactly just how I love it. You can just actually cook the way you want. You can add more water if you want. You can actually don't add any meat stock at all. Any water, don't add at all if you want it very dry. Okay guys, the food is ready. Bye. See you in the next video. Love you.